The locomotive breathes its first steam, awakening the morning air. Slowly, it begins to move, carrying dreams and farewells beyond the station walls. We embark on a journey through time, where iron giants roam the countryside, and the whispers of steam carry stories of the past.
The railroad stations and out along the tracks. In that way, you will get a better idea of what the nation's railroad system is like, and the big, important job trains are always doing. Then, just a little more than 100 years ago, came the one thing the young country needed to grow into an important nation.
The wheels begin their steady rhythm. Smoke rises and drifts into the morning sky. The world moves slowly, yet everything changes as the journey unfolds.
Remember that you're traveling the safest and soundest way there is to travel when you travel by train.
White steam curls into the sky, carrying with it whispers of journeys long past. Fields and trees glide by, silent witnesses of the passing train. Inside the carriage, eyes meet windows, hands clutch letters and luggage. Every gaze tells story. Every heartbeat counts the distance to come. The smoke of the old steam gives way to the hum of diesel. A new era begins, where progress rides on iron rails. Engines roar with precision, less smoke, more strength. The heartbeat of the rails now speaks in steel and fuel.
And before long, it is out in the open country again, running along at top speed. It's really great fun traveling on trains. You can sit for hours just watching the scenery as it rushes by. It's almost like a travel motion picture. One of the most popular cars on almost any passenger train is the dining car, a real restaurant on wheels. Table for two? Right this way, please. Now, Carol and Jimmy, what do you think you'd like to eat? We've been talking mostly about passenger trains. But how many of you know that about half of the trains in the country carry no passengers at all? That's right, they carry freight. Things that are so important in our daily lives. That's one of the wonderful things about this country of ours. Here, people can go where they want to go, when they want to go. In a matter of seconds, the wheels start turning. Smoothly, almost without effort, the train gathers momentum. It is out in the open country again, running along at top speed. It's really great fun traveling on trains. You can sit for hours just watching the scenery as it rushes by. It's almost like a travel motion picture, one of the most interesting motion pictures you could possibly imagine.
The new and the old, The rail diesel car crosses the oldest railroad bridge in the country.
With each journey, diesels link towns and cities, bringing modernity to landscapes still ruled by iron and smoke. The early diesels sent dark columns into the sky, an oily reminder of raw mechanical power. But modernity moved forward, and with each new design, the smoke grew thinner, less present, as if the machine had learned to breathe better. By the 1950s, diesel trains were no longer smoking beasts. They were symbols of speed and elegance, signs that the future was claiming the rails.
This is Utah. Not far from here is Promontory Point, where the East first met the West by rail. And on May 10, 1869, gold and silver spikes were driven into the ties to commemorate the first transcontinental railroad.
Stations were changing, steel and glass replacing stone, and the rails became the stage for a new promise. The first attempts were hybrids, diesel engines feeding electricity, a bridge between two worlds in search of perfection. With each step, the noise faded, the smoke dissolved, bringing us closer to a journey cleaner, quieter, faster. Electric trains were the vision of the future made present, and in the 1950s, they began to shine as symbols of modernity. They were no longer trials or promises. Electric trains glided with the smoothness of an idea forged in steel. No smoke trailed beneath their wheels, and in their windows the confidence of an era shone. Every mile gained was a victory over time. Every arrival a glimpse of tomorrow. The future had found its rhythm, and it ran electric upon the rails of the world. And then the rails became threads of the wind. Electric trains rose above the routine, defying time. Every curve, every station was a held breath, and the landscape passed like a fleeting memory. Electricity was no longer just power, it was music, a symphony of progress racing toward endless horizons. No longer trials or promises. Electric trains glided with the smoothness of an idea forged in steel. No smoke trailed beneath their wheels, and in their windows shone the confidence of an era. Every mile gained was a victory over time. Every arrival, a glimpse of tomorrow. Rails became threads of the wind. Electric trains rose above the routine, defying time. Every curve, every station was a held breath, and the landscape passed like a fleeting memory. Electricity was no longer just power, it was music, a symphony of progress racing toward endless horizons. Glass gleamed at dawn, still drawing lines of the future. Platforms filled with calm footsteps and rolling suitcases. Every arriving train brought stories, every departure a shared sigh. The terminal was more than a building. It was a gateway, a meeting point between past and present, between speed and memory. The train glides along the rails like a thought in motion. Every curve is a sigh, every straight stretch, a suspended moment. The landscape changes, yet the feeling remains. The freedom to move, to connect worlds, to feel time bend to the rhythm of steel. The trains run, but not only for distance, they run for the thrill of the moment. The wind caresses the windows, wheels sing upon the rails, and every journey becomes a dance of steel and light. Speed does not erase memory. It transforms it into poetry in motion. Inside the train, the world slips by. Mountains, fields, cities become a continuous landscape, and one feels as if time itself has learned to move gently. Each journey is a poem written upon rails of steel. The train moves forward, carrying with it the memories and hopes of those aboard. The landscape rushes by, yet inside every carriage there is calm and contemplation. Electricity and steel combine to create a steady heartbeat, a rhythm that reminds us that moving forward is also an act of poetry. The train fades into the distance, carrying with it the whispers of the station, the laughter, the farewells, and the dreams of those aboard. The landscape turns into memory, and each rail shines like a thread of remembrance. To move forward is a silent and beautiful act, and though the trains vanish from sight, the feeling of every journey remains